you. And we're live, folks.
All right.
Ew.
So, I we left off at the evening a tavern. If you guys want to give a little bit of a recap of who your characters are and the classes that they are, I know that that was kind of. I'm glad we're off to a good start. You good, Lucas?
Yes. Sorry, I
Okay.
was just resetting my camera.
I was like, oh no.
I'm only I'm only stuffing my face. No worries.
That's fine. As long as you're not doing the food ASMR thing, we're fine.
You're
And
your peak professionalism in this stream.
Right?
I just imagined him being like, I put on pants for this. So, for my part, I'm Kale. I'm the GM. We're just kind of just getting started with rebooting here. We're in Bryn Shander for the Storm King's Thunder campaign.
What happened to Brother George?
Because I know, like
And
we
it's
said
like,
last time, it was a little unclear what everyone had for classes and everything. So I thought maybe you guys would want to just briefly reintroduce yourself before we dig in.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
Lucas go first since he's
Lucas.
first in the lineup, I
Exactly.
guess.
We can go in order on the screen.
Awesome. Greetings. My character's name is Liam. He is a Goliath barbarian monk. He's from the spine of the world and is looking to gain reputation traveling amongst you small lowlanders.
Perfect.
Perfect timing. Um, so I'm Josh. I play Moral Highwater, a wonderful wizard of the Order of the Scribe. Uh, roped into this wonderful mess of murder, intrigue, and giants. So here we are. No, sorry. Brief description. Uh, he is right now disguised in the city, but normally he wears his robes. He wears and I meant to say this for future reference. He's wearing a what looks to be like an insignia with like a little amulet with the insignia of essentially a book, like an open book, um, which is a sign for a god that I will look up later. I remember it. I just don't remember the god.
Let's say I don't
And
think it's Agama because I think that one's the scroll,
yeah, I think his is the
the blank scroll.
open scale. Yeah,
Yeah.
but um, but yeah, he's 6 foot tall, relatively good looking, but right now disguised as an old man. We'll see how that goes. Guess he may or may not be on the run from well, a murder tyrant who don't like him very well.
I'm sure that won't ever come up, not even a little bit. All right.
No, not y'all good.
Okay. Thank you.
Alrighty. I am Lupinia, who is a half elf, draconic bloodline sorceress, who pretty much just wants to get out on an adventure, kind of see the world a little bit. Just kind of just stuck in town for most of her life, not doing much of anything. Just being a leather worker at the Leather Workers Guild. Simple life. And
Until now.
until now, the mention of giants perked her ears up, and she was like, "I've never seen a giant. Let's go see some giants." So then I got wrapped up with these three, and we've been hanging out. Just got to the pub, tavern, ish place.
Exactly. Imbibing your spirits. Okay.
My name's Century. I play Violet Blossom. She is Tabaxi Rogue, and she's also part of the, Knight of the Order. She has been currently charged to babysit these knuckleheads. Um, I think that's all I got for now.
Yeah, you're like I was here to deliver a message and watch these guys. Okay. so
I had a
Leave
no
you.
risk with constitution checks for anybody who drank.
And also, you guys borrowed some horses. Was another.
Well, 3 horses and 1
Borrowed.
warhorse.
Yeah, one of them.
Totally
One of
gonna
them wasn't borrowed.
I was
Violet's like, I don't know what you mean. That's my horse.
right. It was given to me. Issued. I was also gonna ask because I specifically said that I like rummaged through the bodies of the old campaign to pick up their stuff.
Mhm.
If I would have kept like the grimoire, pendant, cloak, mace that they had on them.
You didn't say otherwise, so yeah, I would assume that you have those things. At least for now.
Cool. Just making sure.
We got weapons.
Yeah, grimoire, right? It's like part spell book, part broody diary.
Actually, yeah, that's totally it. Yeah.
That's all you need.
Honestly, I got that, but I also have this magic pen that comes out and erases whatever I have.
So, you guys were just going to. What were you going to try to get up to tomorrow? So you had gotten here kind of in the evening.
If I remember correctly, we got here. We talked with the main. I believe I have him down in my notes, but the main guy of the town, the main sheriff of the
Yeah.
town.
As I say, you didn't talk with the speaker. You just spoke with the sheriff, Markham Southwell.
Yeah, we spoke to him mainly, and then I believe the conversation went to where he was going to, I guess, send us off with another quest of sorts to get everything rolling along for the protection of the town, and also from the message from his brother what all he needs to do.
What was the town's name we were in again? I am terrible.
Brinchander. No,
Brinchander.
that was where you started off. Yeah, in your mind, that's kind of still where you were. Although, again, this is a much more suitable temperature for you, Liam, since you guys
Okay.
got teleported here instead of riding for a couple of weeks to get up here.
That is a little quick.
You seem sad about it, but
Oh, don't worry about a thing. And actually, it's just us alone now, right?
Yeah, as I'd say, if you wanted to, you could definitely have just a space to kind of talk over things. Still dressed as an old man.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna stay dressed the whole time. He's just like he's gonna like sit up in the corner if he falls asleep, but with his eyes wide open because that's what wizards do, obviously. But so what's the actual plan now? Does anybody have an idea of what they want to get done while we're here, or is there anything to do before we move out? I'm definitely looking to you, Miss Violet, if you have any ideas.
I mean, would we want to take precautions as far as getting like potions and things in case we run into trouble?
Potion's good.
Actually, that would be very good. I think I believe he was willing to part with some potions for us as a part of the supplies.
Yeah, he said he was probably give you stuff in the morning if you wanted.
I will say this. I will look more into possibly using actual kits and things like that in order to help us along a little bit better. I think that's what I'm going to start my research into. That way, we are not cost, because I don't. Does anyone here able to heal wound?
Yeah, you spit and rub dirt in it, and that cures wounds, don't it?
Walk it
Yeah.
off.
Violet's
Just
like,
walk it off, eh?
I stab people. I don't know.
I make the wounds.
Miss Lapinia?
I don't believe I have anything that would. I can make more cuts on people. That's about all I've
We're all a
learned.
bunch of selfish damage dealers.
And I'm over here with the shape water spell. Huh. I guess I'm just the odd man out.
If you
Understood.
make it salt water, it has medical purposes. Just some saline solution. It's totally. So you're already doing better than the dirt and the spit.
Wouldn't you just boil water and rip up some towels?
I'm hurting. But that's okay. All right. That is then scratch everything else I was going to try to learn. That is the next thing I learn is how to make so you don't rub any dirt in anything. You don't walk it off, and we feel like good people.
So either potions or somebody finding some religion, or I guess a druid or a ranger.
I honestly, I'm not sure where I'll go, but I will do my best. I
If
prefer.
Liam goes down, as he will most inevitably will definitely do, I'll create a druid.
Not that he's planning on throwing away his character or anything. Surely
Liam's
not.
gonna live forever. All right.
No,
Yes.
Druid Barbarian. That's what I'm gonna go with. So that's my next. My next.
That's everyone. If when we get a TPK, we're all druid barbarians. That's the plan.
Just that is not great at all, but it is wonderful in all the best ways.
Yeah.
You guys are trying to give me a drinking problem. Okay, go on.
So are we in the Is there like a map for the inn that we're at, or is this theater of the mind at the moment?
At the moment, it is Theater of the Mind because they
Okay.
didn't feel like giving us a specific one for the tavern.
Why would they? So
Yes, but you can have one again of Bryn Shander.
so in character. I ain't got no money, and I can fight. Can I make some money and fight, or are we on a schedule, ma'am? I can't do accents.
As he
gonna
turns
ruin
to you.
myself.
That's okay. I think you just did like 3 right there, so it's all good.
Don't
So he
stop.
well, which ma'am are you looking at? Are you looking at Lopenia or Violet?
Uh,
Because you have 2 ladies in the party.
I think Liam thinks Violet's in charge, so
Okay.
he's probably deferring to her.
That's totally fine. I was just throwing it out there that there are actually 2 ladies. So okay. So Violet, it seems like you're in
Wait.
charge.
Obviously, someone with brains, and no. So depending how quickly you can fight and make money, I would say we are on a bit of a schedule.
Oh yeah, I can make it fast.
And so
Would you like some company, my big friend?
You can all come. More the merrier. Make noise, eh? So
You
yeah,
know-
as a gladiator, I have backed by popular demand,
mhm.
and I would like to use that feature to get myself about.
Okay. So as far as it goes, then you're wanting to just basically try to find a place where you can go fight to earn some coin,
Yeah.
and you guys are all just kind of coming along. It sounds like.
Yeah.
I can rile up a crowd.
I'm following
I
along,
can
but
I can do some finger wiggles.
spirit fingers.
That helps,
Yeah,
right?
I say so. Oh, you all know magic too. Understood.
Yeah, yeah. They're all just getting ready to cast immediately.
Fantastic. I would love to teach all of you magic. Magic is so much. So
So it
much
depends
fun.
on how you want to go about it. Are you trying to find some like reputable people to kind of throw down with, or are you trying to find something a little bit more like underground?
I mean, so I think we have a thing in the morning, but until then, we're pretty much just hanging out at this tavern. And I spoke to the
Kelvin's comfort.
yeah, I spoke to the bartender initially when we got there, and was like, "Hey, you remember me? Can let me know if there are any fights?" So Liam would probably sidle up to the bar and try to extricate some information from the bartender.
Ah, okay, makes sense. So it's all about how you're trying to go about it, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I just kind of look at you and say, some of the guards like to earn a little bit of extra coin in their downtime. Depends on what kind of fights you're looking for. But blow off some steam. Otherwise, a lot of people here are fishermen, so I don't think they'd give you as much of a challenge.
Yeah. I would hope to maybe find, like not specifically. I guess I want to find maybe some nobles who might be doing more high-end betting.
Okay.
Because guards, they might have like a gold or something to bet, but it's like I'd like to get a higher amount for my skills.
Okay. He's kind of just like he's looking at you, and he's like, "I see. Oh, not a ton of nobles round Bryn Shander. The 10 towns, we tend to kind of, well, we elect speakers. There are some nobles that will come here, but for the most part, it the people with the most money would be the traders.
Yeah, that might
Um,
be. Is there like a?
I'd say but the speaker does have a palace. Duvessa has a palace, so you could see if she would be entertained by such things. But otherwise, there is the marketplace. There is, and I'll tell you, it's a roughly like circular space, kind of in the center of town. So depending on what you had going on there, you might be able to gain some interest.
Yeah. Yeah. If it might take some social skills that Liam doesn't have to get like an audience with the speaker. So maybe going to the marketplace and maybe posting a sign like, "Hey, if you can beat me, get X amount of coins or something like that. Physical tests, that kind of thing for entertainment
Like
purposes."
everything from like arm wrestling to like actually in a
I
pit,
should have
like
handstand contest.
Slap contest.
Yeah.
the Russian slap contest.
As I say, it challenges them to a game of quarters. And no, yeah, if you want to go to the marketplace and kind of see what you can drum up, said said there are local and foreign traders there selling their wares. A bunch of tents and covered wagons. There are campfires with people around them. Um, Depends on if you're just kind of looking around. Are you just gonna? You said you got a sign that you're gonna put up, or
Yeah, if I can get a piece of wood, like find, it doesn't have to be fancy. Liam is actually good. Is he good with calligraphy tools? I thought he might have been, but that might have been another character I'm thinking of.
I
So
just thought
anyone,
you might
you're
be.
you're you're a script guy. You got
Oh,
letters. Moral, help me write some letters.
understood, my big friend. And then after that, I will have to find a bookstore. Oh well, let's see.
What was your undercover name again?
Just old man. I think it's just old man.
yeah, cleverly old man.
Uh, just call me. You know what? I am Liam's half brother, Liam.
You guys look so much alike. Okay, so what are you? So you guys are gonna write up the script for advertising for the fight, or
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
feats?
I'll actually take out the magic quill. And beautiful thing about the lovely magic quill, as you guys will see, a quill wasn't in his hand. A quill all of a sudden appears. And he grabs it out of the air and he like takes out like someone. And he's like, "What color do we want?" Nah, never mind. I have an idea. All right. And like he starts like drawing out a border. He said, and he'll put on there. And it's like, it said, "Come test yourself against the amazing gray giant." And underneath it said, "Bet should be made bets to be placed, and money to be won. Come forth, challengers. And he'll have that all written up on the page, and he'll do like different colors for the border, like as he's going along, almost like a rainbow of colors. And then he like writes out the rest of it, and he's like, "And no worries, we can reuse this. And if I messed anything up, I can always erase it really quickly."
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is that a suitable description for you?
Liam would probably respond like, Moral, I know I'm tall compared to you small folk, but I'm not a giant.
No. Just to let you know, it's all about. I have read in some books. It's all about building up. Like they expect this giant. They see you, and they underestimate you, and that's how certain things go. Believe me, I've been to a lot of parties and a lot of different social events. I used to drink a lot. I still
I
drink a
imagine
lot.
you guys having this conversation on the way down to the marketplace.
Yeah, it's like it's all about like big pizzazz. So whenever you finally show up and everybody's like, "Oh, what could this no great giant here?" And then you take them by surprise, and they start with you as get this bets will be against you. At the very least, I think at least 20 to 1.
I think
So
Liam's trying to understand the concept of underselling himself.
Yeah.
like it's like so you undersell yourself so that you can reap high rewards. People will most definitely actually as he's walking through, he like knows his voice, and he's like, yeah, you notice, Liam, that there's a lot of time you have to undersell yourself, and you go honestly just go with it, my friend, and I'm certain that everyone would love to come and test their strength against you. Everything from arm wrestling to everything in between. I'm sure you've done all sorts of things, being the showman that you are.
Yeah, and Liam would probably have like suggested prices like, alright, I'll arm wrestle for 2 gold, I'll fight for 10 gold, and what are other good just wrestling? How about wrestle for
Uh,
5 gold, eh? Because then I don't get a concussions.
yeah, and that way nobody gets truly hurt unless they start something, and that's okay. But you could also do uh, longest handstand. You
Eh?
can
If you have little
Violet's
appetizer,
ears perk up at longest handstand.
that's it. Longest handstands. We'll find some large things for you to lift, and that can be something that is for or against the crowd.
and
Uh,
anyone in the chat, if you have suggestions, feel free to add them. I'm keeping
Yeah,
an eye on the
what's a good
chat.
contest for a Goliath to get into for some coin?
Yeah.
If you're not careful, it might be like a freestyle. So yeah, we'll see. In the meantime, if you guys have been like having this discussion, at least one guy has wandered over and seems to be eyeing you with interest.
Uh,
oh,
And he's like, "You the giant?"
Oi.
hi, this be.
He's just like, "You don't look so strong."
Oh,
Hey, he sees that he pulls out just 2 gold coins, and he's like, "Let's arm wrestle."
All right, and I
perfect, my
think
good man. And it's
yeah.
like he literally like goes over like, I'll go ahead and take that from you. Go ahead and go against my man. He is a great he's a great fighter, great showman. I'm sure you'll enjoy your contest, my good friend.
He's like, "Yeah, it'll be amazing."
Yeah.
Where okay, so but yeah,
And
you can.
he's gonna try to showboat, and he's like, "Come one, come all, fight the great giant. Him in arm wrestling, test your matches of your strength and wits like a chess match between
Yeah.
him in the wrestling ring, and try your hands at
Uh,
truly making this a spectacle. I'm sure each one of you, sir," and he'll run up to people and he's like,
one of the merchants that had a slower stall as actually dragging out a table to the middle of the square.
Hey,
Just
thank
just
you.
like it just kind of pops it down. It's like try not to break it. And
Very, very pleased.
No worries, we will
And
draw
going,
draw out a ring for the other things.
and
But
going off of Moral's sort of hype man shenanigans, I think Liam would want to put on a show as well.
okay,
We got a couple of suggestions: crushing stones, number of
Ooh.
push-ups, rap battles. Maybe throwing stones might be good. But yeah, he would probably try and do like a performance to drum up interest, like just flexing and like yelling and like basically trying to get everyone's
yeah,
attention.
like at any time that he throws out a wink like Armstrong, just like he twinkles a little bit, and I like, yes, this is our man. There he goes, stabbing on the
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Violet's gonna start doing like acrobatic tricks to get people's attention, and every time she stops, just waving towards Liam, like, "Get ready for a taste of the show!"
all right. I got getting it going.
Could I do a performance
Yeah,
check
let's
with
do some performance checks or other types.
yeah.
Would he get any advantage for?
Good in acrobatics. I'm keeping in mind the difficulty of the check.
I
as
gotcha.
well. Yes, because you're being thoroughly hyped up. There wasn't a lot going on out here, so you can tell that you're starting to gather a crowd just by virtue of doing anything at all.
Oh, nice. Acrobatics hit a 20.
Very nice. Yeah, so yeah, it's like a whirlwind. She's like doing like handstands and flips and going all over the place. And they're ooh, and you're over here like flexing and getting ready to do your thing. Meanwhile, this little guy's just kind of standing there, just like shit. Thought he was just gonna get a couple of gold, and all of a sudden it's just like,
Yeah.
well,
Now you're in my game now, buddy.
yeah, no kidding, right? He's just like,
While they're all doing
Grumble,
their,
grumble. I
Yeah,
hope he doesn't
grumble.
break my arm.
yeah,
Grumble. Is my shoulder still okay from that last injury?
yeah.
Grumble,
He's like,
grumble.
oh,
Yeah,
it's
he's-
fine.
Liam stretching out, warming up.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
So would this be
What
an
about-
athletics check?
Yeah, I would say an athletics check would be fine. And then, what are you getting up to right now, Lupina? Just out of curiosity.
they were doing. She was Sentry or Violet was doing all the little handstands and acrobatics and everything. I was using prestidigitation to use little like sparks, throw them up in the air, but pew pew, check it out, pew pew. Give people's attention and be like, what's going on over here? The flashing lights.
Nice. All right.
So without further ado, Liam will sidle up and put his arm up for the arm wrestling and look the guy dead in his eyes. And I'm rolling.
Okay.
And just a normal roll. Ah, fuck, 13.
Let's see. Oh. Yeah, so that first one isn't seeming to go so good for you. I'm going to make this one a 2 checks. He's definitely, on the first bit of it, he's looking real smug, and he's just like, easy money. All right.
He speeds. He's like, speed's all I've got.
Yep, exactly. He's like, let this get over with.
Did you make that a public roll, or I only see
Oh.
my check?
It accidentally whispered, so I'm going to make sure it's on a toggle now.
Okay.
I had a 17.
Okay.
Violet would also like to maybe take a hat out of her disguise kit and kind of hold it up to people like she's taking tips because nobody else knows that this is a bet.
Nice. Okay, great. I'll keep that in mind, and we'll roll a percentage afterwards, see how much you
Yeah.
get.
Cool.
And Liam will be a
do
good
some
sport.
persuasion.
And he would like hold the guy's like hand up like, hey, yeah, best out of 3, come on. And he'll put like another two gold, double or nothing.
Oh no, I thought you were still.
No, I was gonna give you
middle.
two checks for
Okay.
this one,
Okay, thank you.
especially because I accidentally whispered the first one.
Okay. Oh, even worse.
Yeah. He's just like, what are we doing now, giant man?
Yeah.
But you
yeah.
can see that some other competitors are wandering over, though. So, like, nothing yet.
And he's also like, to anybody else out there, just know that we have just gotten started, but we are taking bets.
Yeah.
And Violet's like, damn it.
Yeah.
I was like, I do have to ask. And he's like, he's gonna go find like the wealthiest looking merchant. And he's like, I said, as well, if he kind of like saddles something like, hello, sir. Um, we're trying to drum up a little bit more, a little more commerce. And here I see that's a little dead right now. And see if we can get something really big going. Unfortunately, we are going to be taking bets. I was wondering if you would be able to front the money, or you can hold the whole stand, um, so that we can possibly get even more people out here, start buying more merchandise and things like that.
So that's
That
a
man over there was
persuasion,
like
right?
gladiator. Yeah, 100%
Yeah,
persuasion. He's like,
yeah,
he mentions that he
absolutely.
was he mentions he was the gladiator and all this other stuff. But here we go.
As he's over here, yeah, going for it. So you've wandered up to a gentleman who looks like an older knight. So go ahead and let's see it.
Not the worst. All right.
Okay. I'm just gonna see what he thinks about it. He looks at you and he
Damn.
says, "But you know, it is a very slow day around. I think that your idea does have some merit, but well, I'll be getting a bigger percentage."
So then I have to ask you, how much of a percentage are you talking?
Slap down 100 gold and we'll go 50-50. For now. We'll see how we do.
50-50? I think we can drum up enough support that both of us will be leaving this very happy, my friend.
Absolutely. Okay, so then Lucas, you can see you've got a couple, or Lib, you've got a couple of other burly guys and ladies wandering around.
Yeah. And after, so I'll take 2 gold out of my own stuff since I'm funding since
No
I
problem.
suggested it.
Uh,
And Liam would say, all right, stone throwing, axe throwing. Come on, who wants to come up?
It's like,
all right.
and like very quickly, he's like, all right. He's like, we are taking bets right over here. Yes, come one, come all. Bet on whether or not the giant will rise or will he fall. Come, my friends. Join in the frivolity.
He'll go over, he'll scuttle over to Lopinia and Violet like, I don't have an axe or a stone.
Dude, and actually, this is when he's like, oh, and he's gonna run over to like one of the the ones that look like there's like crummy weapons on the walls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's gonna run up there like, just wondering, for your worst hand axes, and also, how much for those? And also, do you know anywhere where we can find some larger stones or like a good sized stone that or something that won't damage anything?
I have a mace you could throw.
Mace would work.
Ooh.
That's like the best compromise between a stone and an axe. I mean, that's perfect.
You they can totally do that. But do you have any hand axes, my friend? Just 2.
They say they're not the sharpest, but
That's
sure.
perfect.
Sure. Yeah, he's like, this has been the weirdest evening I've seen in at least several 10 days. So yeah, take them.
And he's like, thank you, sir. And he takes one of his own gold and he places down on the counter. Thank you, sir.
Oh, pockets it. All right.
So sorry, he delivers that. He like runs back over. It's like like Benny Hill style. He's like running from side to side, or like Clue. He's like going from side to side, talking to different people, and then he comes back over, brings out hand axe. He's like, "Give me a minute on the stone. I'll be able to find something quick. Hold on."
Yeah.
Quick question: does my Earth Tremor spell does it break up the ground or does it cause tremors?
You can put it in the chat.
Yeah.
I can't remember offhand, but that's an important distinction.
Oh.
Yes.
Roll.
And yeah, so he's still gonna be Earth trimming. That's trimming the gun within range.
If it's loose earth or stone, becomes difficult.
I would assume if it's loose stone, maybe it would like craggle it up, and you could like grab off some stones from it or something.
Like maybe like centralize the area, like focus it onto like a little like a spot.
Maybe.
I mean, if it's bludgeoning damage, what are they being bludgeoned with if not stones?
Yeah.
Fair.
Well, I think it's supposed to be like it knocks you over kind of thing. That kind of bludgeons.
Yeah,
you.
that's what it is. It says you cause a tremor in the ground. Every creature must make a dex saving throw or take 1d6 bludgeoning and is knocked prone. So,
So they take that damage. But on that note,
big damage.
Yeah, I don't think it
Oh.
rocks.
would he be able to like concentrate it? Like if he like focused on an area, he's like, I only want this part. Like still use the spell, but I only want this part to be.
Well, I was thinking like find like a rock outside and use it on the rock. Maybe the rock would like crumble apart into smaller, big. They could
You guys are having this debate,
I
and then
know.
one of the dwarves in the town just wanders up to you and is like, "Are you saying you don't know where we have any rocks?"
We're new to town.
Yeah, I see that. Well, free of charge. Over here, come on.
And he's
We've
like,
been trying to clear a slide that just happened last week. By orals. He just grumbles to himself. Who speaks Dwarvish?
Yo,
I do not.
hold on.
I speak Dwarvish.
Yeah, so Lapina, as you guys wonder why you can hear him just wondering, he's like, if they're not careful, they're gonna lose their fingers, toes, noses, and all their coins. Just mumbling into his beard. And he leads you over to a spot behind one of the shops where there's just a big pile of rocks of varying sizes that you can tell must have come from because they're rock slide.
Ooh.
So they're big boulders, smaller stones. There's a variety. And he's like, on the house. And he walks off.
It's like, are you ready? It's like, hey, we need to clear this rock slide first.
Yeah. Side quest.
And he's like, oh, quick side quest.
Yeah, don't mind me.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab a stone. See how heavy one I can grab.
Yeah, like
a strength check.
Could we turn doing that job into a contest?
Oh, I like
and,
this.
Like run up, grab the
It's
stone,
like when you try
and
to
throw
convince
it.
the person that it's fun to whitewash the fence, right?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Got it.
yeah, and it's actually like we use that as the competition. Clear away the rubble. Whoever clears the most away and makes the biggest dent, will be get money. I hope.
And where are you trying to have? Are you guys trying to move these to the center of the square so you can like break them and stuff? Or is it...
yeah, it's not something safer. And actually, he'll direct it. It's like, everyone, we are.
They've already been cleared out of the way a little bit, but if you're trying to bring them over to where you can use them, yeah, you will have to move them. So, yeah. Okay.
So,
But yeah, some of the other competitors and things will come over and grumbling, and they're like, "So, is it a race? Are we?"
That is one of the many things. In fact, and he quickly like turns over and he goes to the board that he has on the wall. He flips it over and he's like, and he writes down the prices that we've already deemed for all the things, and then he says, a foot race, and whoever wins the race, it's like it's another 10 gold like event. So you have to, the buy-in is 10 gold, and then if you win, you leave with said gold.
Okay. So hearing that, one of them will drop out, but let's see, maybe two guys and a lady, actually. You have
You can join in.
here, and they are going to procure some coin.
Nice.
Yep. Let's see. So, when it comes to the racing carrying big rocks,
I'll like mark off. It's like, this seems like a good spot. Clear the way, my friends. with the ink pen, he draws like a finish line, and he like makes it really bold, and then he goes over to the other side and he's like quick, let's put these boulders here, 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 and here, and along with where they grab them. And actually, even better idea. Everyone, here they are. And he just literally moves stones over. And he's like some of them are. He's gonna try to make them all the same weight. See what he can do with that. So he's literally like off of that. Here we go. And here we go, friends. Now, the only rule and stipulation I will say is it is use of physical might. Any sort of magical means otherwise will be a cause of disqualification in the race.
It should be not only how fast they can move the boulder, but how many boulders can they get.
That is true, and that is true. They do. I like this idea.
So as of like so oh say so as of right now, I think the idea being we run, grab the stones,
And then bring them back to the finish line.
and the finish line being like maybe the place where they were being cleared to.
Yeah, that's I was thinking something like that.
Yeah.
That's the start and the finish line. Yeah.
What is this turning into like a Scottish Highland Games D&D edition?
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty much. And so yeah, if you like, so I would imagine Moral would go draw a line, maybe starting line, then line where we'll maybe have to throw the rocks, get the rocks past essentially.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think what he's going to do is he's going to essentially make the line on one side says start on the side you guys are actually starting on, and on the other side will say finish. Turning towards that other area, so that's where you have to carry the stone.
Yeah.
And what he'll do is just for giggles because he has enough time to do so. He literally big line here, and it's essentially a course directly to the stones. That's essentially he's doing. He's like, here they are.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm thinking strength checks, and then also maybe some constitution involved in trying to do a lot of this quickly as well. What do you guys have thoughts about it?
I was also thinking maybe initiative
Initiative.
to see who gets to go first.
Yeah, that could
For
work.
sure. Let me just check in on these because I've changed my default settings, but that doesn't mean that it's not trying to hide things on rolls.
And I mean, if we want to make this sort of a little less theater of the mind, we could have basically on one end of the map, I'm trying to think, back here essentially. I don't know if it's zoomed out, but in the back of the map, we could start out, or at the top rather, and then have some rocks in the middle, and then have we could draw a finish line, and essentially see if we could get the rocks to the finish line. I don't know if that would be possible with icons or what have you.
See, I'm not sure. That sounds
might be a little too involved.
Yeah, I think we're getting a little bit more complicated.
Okay. No, it's fine if we just want to do rolls.
Yeah, as I'd say, but see, we've got a variety here. You can see, as I'd say, I'm going to say at this point, Violet, that your hat is getting some money in it.
And I'll roll initiative.
Yeah. Oh, that's one more thing. I would love to add is since you're a showman, I think while you're doing all the in between these checks, whenever you do a check, doing a thing with performance, being able to listen, you throw it onto your shoulder, and you're like, haha, you're Gaston of the area, and you're like, I eat 5 dozen eggs, and
literacy. Yes.
And I don't have literacy.
Did you want me to roll something for a percentage of money I'm getting?
Go ahead and give me, I guess, some sort of persuasion or such for now. But I mean, you're going to be getting some money. It's just going to be about how much you end up with at the end of this. Not too bad. Okay. So let's see.
I was thinking if either of us won, we could split it. or we could just take because essentially what we were gonna do was everyone puts in the pot, and then whoever wins the pot. If I'm not mistaken.
For
Well,
each event,
that's
kind of a thing. Yeah.
but that was also the thing with the noble that you talked to, or the older knight. I was
Yeah.
just taking tips from people.
Yeah, she's just straight up going around getting
Oh,
cash.
true. Nice.
She's like, I'm getting my bag. And by that I mean, give me the money and put it in the hat.
How likely would it be that while Violet's trying to take tips, paying attention to the people who are distracted and kind of watching the show set up to get more gold out of their pockets?
Give me a perception check.
Hey.
22?
Yeah, you can see that there are some people that are more distracted by things being set up. Looks like some of the merchants are a bit distracted by things, and maybe looks like some mercenaries kind of sitting around swapping coins and talking about stuff.
I distinctly remember my captain saying, don't have sticky fingers with people's stuff. But money isn't really stuff. It's like currency. So she's 100% going to try to pickpocket people.
She's like, I'm gonna ask forgiveness and not permission, and so. Okay.
Ready for the great cause.
So
Me.
usually that's the. Give me a stealth.
Stealth,
And
not
then
sleight of
also,
hand.
well, you're gonna. Well, it depends because it's gonna be. Are you gonna try to just be doing it while you're wandering around, or are you gonna try to approach somebody without them noticing?
Probably more approach somebody. Or while I'm like getting money from somebody else.
Because I was kind of
Nearby.
thinking it's definitely going to involve a sleight of hand, but I was thinking that you could also do a stealth. But if you're just gonna do it
Well,
as part of
it's
your
sleight
thing,
of hand to
Yeah,
grab it.
it's-
Stealth not be
Exactly.
noticed.
Right. Well, the sleight of
Also-
hand, technically, that's what that sleight of hand means, right? Is to kind of do something without being seen. You know, like the shell game kind of thing. At least in my mind.
I would. The only reason I was going to say more sleight of hand is because I am trying to gear people's attention towards the stage, so I'm
Yeah, that's-
being noticed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, if you're gonna try to do that, it's gonna be hard to be sneaky at the same time. Yeah. Okay. So it is just. I'm gonna say sleight of hand.
Okay.
All right. And
Okay.
which people did you decide to go for? So I know.
I'm sorry. One more time, you cut out for me.
It's okay. Which people did you decide to go for?
I'm going for the people paying attention to what's happening on the stage.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, the first pocket that you reach into has a slimy fish in it, but also 3 copper.
The slimy fish.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite. Super hot.
Yeah.
This is my lucky fish.
I mean,
Yeah,
if it's
right.
a backseat, the fish is worth like a lot, right?
It's fishing down.
Hey. Tuna.
She starts drooling.
Yeah, right. You taking the fish and the copper. Yeah. Oh, this is a poor guy's dinner. All right, so.
That he put in his pockets.
If he enters a bet, maybe he could win dinner.
Okay, and let me get a second sleight of hand check.
Still better than most people's perception. Unless they're looking for it, yes.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't think your audio cut out, did it?
I can't hear at all.
I couldn't hear
Oh,
you
sorry.
guys.
Sorry. I see. It's supposed to be disadvantaged. Okay. So he doesn't notice.
AE.
Okay. This guy, you're gonna get a handful of coins, and you'll notice that some of them are like gold and silver, but some of them are actually a currency that you don't recognize. It looks like it's a carving of a fish head on it.
Fish head carving. Fish.
Oh.
Beautiful. I excitedly take it all and continue on my journey.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna say that's what you're getting for now from that situation. Okay. So Liam, got you guys. Where's my initiative?
So I got a 14. I don't know if that. I forgot to select my icon.
That's okay. You should be able to edit it manually on the turn order, but if you can't, I will do it.
Yep. And this actually is flowing perfectly into Liam's flaw. That despite his best efforts, he is unreliable to his friends. I will undoubtedly fail you guys at maybe this juncture, if not another.
Well,
Or
I mean,
this might be a sign. You might be getting rid of your flaw real soon.
I was
Roll
gonna say,
them
you guys
20s,
are making
baby.
some money, you know. Like either way, somebody's making money, whether or not.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that the lady, she's gonna take off first here. 16. Let me see how strength goes. Damn it! I gotta turn off this whisper on all my character sheets. I have a 15 for that first strength check as I fix this. Liam, you are next.
Hey. So it's just gonna be athletics, or
Do an athletics first. I'm just kind of seeing these initial ones to see how big of a rock you're able to grab.
oh my gosh.
Okay.
You can do it with some performance, maybe, and add a little
My
pizzazz.
athletics is better, but you know, say la vie.
I respect, dude. Let me see. Normal, public, thank you. I was like, please work. This person's probably gonna be fine. No? 13, so not too crazy there.
Liam's already winded, just like.
Okay. So yeah, so you all have boulders of varying sizes. And then, like I said, you can give me another athletics if you want for your sprinting. The more dexterous ones will potentially do that, but.
And he's like, show us your gladiator rage,
shit.
my friend.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend a rage on this.
Oh my god, yeah. I can
Why
just
not?
imagine.
You're gonna gain it all back.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Like
you
you
get
know,
sleep.
this
it's
is
not
the middle of
wrong.
the night, essentially,
Yeah.
almost. Oh right, wait. This is like afternoon. Well,
No,
no,
it's
this
the
is like
evening.
afternoon now. Yeah.
Yeah, this is evening now.
In the evening, yeah. I mean, it might be worth it.
I would
It's up
just
to you.
I would just say like when he calls that out, like it's just like clicks. He's like, "You're right, Master wouldn't be pleased."
All right. So we're back around, right?
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Do I need to do my next one? Yeah. I do.
It's actually this is her first, because I rolled the wrong person. Okay, so she's got a 16 with her decently sized rock over here. Okay. Yes. Now you, Liam.
Can I rage out?
Yeah.
Get,
Sure.
Get advantage.
You guys said no magic, but you didn't say
No abilities.
no
Yeah.
abilities.
I
So I
never,
guess
never
we'll
said
see.
He
ability.
said physical abilities.
Yeah. And so how do I activate my rage?
It's just a bonus action. It just happens. You become
You should
enraged.
be able to click.
Oh, are you
Actually,
talking about on
there's
the?
a modifier on the sheet too.
Yeah. Well, it's giving me so if I click rage. Oop. Okay.
It'll
so
put in.
that just puts it in.
That's fine. But if you go here, so yeah, I see what you mean. Yes, I think you're just gonna say that you are raging, because you're not
and get
fighting. If you're
advantage.
fighting, you would click your global damage modifier.
Yeah.
To add to that, but I don't. But yeah, just for now, just keep in mind your advantage.
Advantage. Come on, baby. Yeah.
Nice.
Woo!
Hang on ahead. Very nice. Just a quiet evening in Bryn Shander. Nothing to see here, folks.
Till you hear Liam's like
Oh.
ear splitting, howling
guy-
rage, like.
Yeah, as if
And he,
this
like,
guy's
grabs
kind of
the
fallen
biggest
behind.
rock.
Yeah.
He was like, palm hands the rock with one hand and picks it up. There we go.
Like, ready to go. And he's like double.
Double fisted him.
Ooh. Oh, but the other gladiator is coming along
Whoa!
very nicely.
What the fuck? How?
So this dude came in and he was like, "Oh no, I'm yoked."
He's like, I got you. I took my pre-workout.
I'm just like surprised with a +10. Jeez. I don't care about anything else. I'm just looking at the +10 over here.
Liam
He's like, I'm a
feels like-
gladiator too, baby.
Liam feels very inadequate now.
Aw. He can
Don't
give you
worry about
gladiator
it, my
lessons.
friend. You're still in great strength. Show them your strength, your speed.
Yeah, give me your performance check, if you want to, Liam.
Okay.
Or your,
Please.
Is this with advantage or normal?
take the advantage.
Yes. Come on, baby. Hey.
Yes!
You're welcome.
Thank you, Malvina. I can do it. I believe in myself.
Sid, Liam, Liam, and he'll start shouting in the back like Liam, Liam.
Funny, because it's like even though the gladiator and the leader and Liam all got there at the same time, the crowd seems to be favoring you, Liam. It's just like,
He's like, yeah, it's more than just picking up rocks. You have to pick it up with style. And he's like spinning it on like one finger. He's got like
Yeah.
he's like the
Dribbling.
he's the globetrotters of rocks. You know,
oh
he's
my
just like
He like tosses it behind his back.
he's like, oh, where'd it go? Oh, it's right here. And it's like a halfling-sized rock.
He actually
oh my god.
halfling.
Okay. So, yeah, you each got your rocks over here, and they said, so now we're going to do a throwing contest.
Yeah.
I think that would be best. Yes, from here, and of course going back towards the square because there's nobody in the way that could get hurt. No one, and he
I was
yells out,
thinking-
no one is gonna get hurt. Good.
I-
All right,
I was-
moving on.
Yeah, I was thinking it could be like from the rock pile to where they want the rocks to be cleared to, maybe.
Right. That could
Yeah.
work. It's like, and actually, like, you'll look around. I guess the dwarf is still there because he wants to see what's going on.
Yeah, he's kind of hanging out, just like watching.
And he's like, oh, what do you want to clear to?
He's just like, well, I mean, we'd already gotten them out of the path, so he's kind of like scratches. He's like,
Is there a stonemason here?
He says, yeah, he's gonna kind of lead you over, and
He's like, perfect. With
yeah,
haste.
he kind of leads you over to like a nervous-looking human man who's just like, what are you doing?
Do you
he's
want
like, they're gonna
rocks?
bring you some rocks.
Do you want rock?
We got some rocks.
We're doing like the like that classic like this guy needs rocks because this guy needs paint, and you get this guy like chicken so he'll give you paint so that you can give
It's
the guy
perfect.
rocks. Like,
Exactly. You don't.
Man,
you know.
I have never loved Settlers of Catan more than I do right now. I have both rock and my wheat, and my fields are sown with sheep.
Like, I have the port secured. All is well. And so,
Meanwhile, Violet's just over here like, y'all are making this too hard. And I'm just collecting money from the crowd still.
yeah, she's over here getting coin 2 ways.
Yeah, everything's so difficult compared to theft.
No one sees anything, so what theft?
She's getting herself a 5 bean discount, okay?
Yeah.
Discount.
These toe bean discount.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He said he gets not to get sticky fingers. He didn't say sticky paws.
Yeah.
Aha! Got you
It's like,
now,
damn
He-Man.
The loophole. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's like getting caught on an Oxford comma. It's like, damn it.
No.
Alright.
Alright, what would you like next, DM?
Okay, so we're gonna hurl some rocks, but first I'm gonna get a Constitution check and see how everyone's hanging in there, because that was a lot of vigorous activity.
Okay.
I'm with that.
We'll go down the initiative. Yeah, it's fine. Constitution save. It's fine. That's great. Good times. Okay.
And
She's
also,
fine.
Fittingly enough, Liam has Stone's endurance, so I think he's killing it right now.
Yeah, are you feeling good?
Woo!
Yeah, I wasted it all on that nat 20.
Yeah, that was the gladiator, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
It's because of the depression afterward, because you guys still liked Liam better, even though they flexed that hard. And yeah, this guy's just like, wait, now we have to throw them?
Like, you made the suggestion.
It's like, damn it. He's the guy that regrets signing up for the CrossFit class for sure. Okay, so
Like,
I'm
this is not running it now. I just like it.
so all right, I'm gonna keep this initiative order for now, but I'm actually thinking that this poor guy here needs a nap, so we're gonna have just the 3 of you throw this time.
And Liam would once again grab the guy's hand as he's walking off, raise it up, hey, look, give it up for this guy. All right.
He's like, what's this guy named?
What? Robot.
Whoa.
What's this guy named?
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Hey.
What's this guy named?
I was just like, am I having a stroke? No, okay.
That was that was a bit too intense, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, when you're so enthusiastic, you break your Wi-Fi.
Yes. It happened.
It explains so much.
I mean, when you're right, you're right.
But yeah, he's like, what's this guy's name? And he yells out. I'll say it like a story.
Oh god, are you talking about the warrior guy that's wandering off?
Like the one that looks like he needs a nap.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't want this right now. Give me some ale.
He's like, you can have ale, but I will. Give it up for our contestant. Good job. You made it this far. No worries. Hooray! And he literally is like,
he's just like, I'm gonna go throw up. All right, bye.
It's like, you go do that. Tell me if you want some water. I'll take care of you, my friend. Right. Back to it. Hurrah!
Oh my god. He just wanders off. He's just like,
you can already hear no, not
okay.
again.
So in that case, then we'll just do. What do you think, Lucas? Do you think 2 checks for this, 2 different stats, or just the one? Because I know you're good with athletics.
If we're doing it, I think just 2 more athletics checks.
One to get a good spin going, kind of like the old steel ball throwing. And
As I
then
say, as a former shot put thrower, it's not that old. Okay, people still do that. And anyway,
I mean, it's still old. It is an old sport.
yeah,
Hey,
you're not
you
wrong.
throw heavy object to other side, farther than that guy. Yes?
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's true.
Props.
It got more advanced when it hit discus, though. Shot put's real old school.
That's caveman Olympics. No worries.
I think we're doing that already.
This is Scotland Highland Games, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the Highland Games. They're gonna throw logs next.
Yeah, throwing logs
no.
and there is the boulder carrying. Isn't that one of them? See how far you can carry your boulder before you drop it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they have to.
It'll be like around a track,
Yeah.
but we can say literally a circle.
Oh, so for trying to get her form set for throwing, not looking good. All right, Liam, you can go and line yours up.
And you have advantage because of your thingy, right?
Yeah, because it was
I'm
totally
still
valid
raging.
thing.
Rage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally valid.
Ooh.
All right.
Hey, okay form, not great. Okay.
Okay.
And the same.
It's exactly the same. I just imagined you being exactly the same, but you're like, oh, that's weak.
Yeah, like it's still showboating. He's like,
yeah, exactly.
waving his ass around,
like some weak
just a
shit.
little-
All right. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Like her form going into it was bad, but she's just like, who needs that?
That was
Chucks it
disadvantage. Oh
down.
no, not disadvantage. Never mind.
Oh no, I was gonna say, and now let me see if that shop guy is paying attention. That's the. Anyway, Liam, let's see how you do.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Crits!
Very
Quick
nice.
flex.
Oh, the dumbest thing.
I know, right? It's great.
Perfect. It's perfect.
This
And
is a
no
great
matter what,
contest, if
actually.
I'm being honest.
Yeah, like this is like riling people up. If it's not, it
Yeah.
wasn't beforehand. Like people are like kind of excited, but now like they're seeing like them like go into forums and his showboating, and then they just see them all launch the rocks like
Exactly.
bullets.
Yeah, no, you guys are absolutely crushing it. Now let me see if you're literally crushing it, or if this guy moved out of the way.
Uh
It's probably fine.
oh.
Like, he had an intelligence check. He was like, "Oh, this is where what the boulders to be. Run!" I mean, it's still doable.
Oh yeah, yeah. So he got distracted by watching you guys, but at the very last minute, does in fact go out of the way. And it's just like, oh.
Dive.
Yeah, right. Just action dive. Poor guy.
Dark Souls roll.
All right. So then, next he's like, which event do you want to do next? Rock crushing?
I think now that they've got a big enough crowd, Liam would want to try to like
Wrestle.
Some fighting.
get a wrestle or a fight going, because that's his bread and butter there.
All right.
Let me just get oiled up.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Oil.
It's not the Greco-Roman
They
wrestling.
take psychic damage from that, I think, but like.
Psychic damage.
So,
Side.
question, because I honestly don't know the answer.
Yes.
If I chose to wrestle, would that be more dexterity?
Yeah, I was gonna say when people who are, I would tend to do an acrobatics more in those moments for sure. And it's kind of like if somebody were trying to grapple you, would you use an athletics or an acrobatics to escape it?
Okay,
That's my
just,
thought on
just checking. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, because
What do you
that's
guys think?
normally for actually that's a normal rule for grappling. In
Yeah,
the grappling
exactly.
mechanics specifically, it's like if you, in order to initiate the grapple, it's athletics, and then on the receiver has to do acrobatics or athletics to get at it.
Yeah, they get a choice for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can start off with doing some grappling if you want to do that before you get into full on fights.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, he's coming. So how much? Also, just want to check how much money do we get off of that? So we had like
It-
four.
I think
participants?
I think it was a 10. I think it was still 10 gold for entrance. The race and the rock throw, automatically that money was taken because that was one part of the competition. It's written on the board. And so he's like, cool, 10 golds, and goes to. And actually, yeah. Like I guess we look over there and we see that Liam's is most definitely like just a hair further than the last the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like he's like, a giant wins! Hooray, Liam!
She's just like, this. I'll get you on the next one.
Yeah, and then he's like, now for wrestling, my friends. Let us see these them do a bout before they do a real bout.
You can see at this
Huzzah!
point, it seems that some of the local taverns have had some of the people kind of come out of them, hearing about some of the excitement that's going on. So you're not sure, but you feel like this is probably a good amount of the people that live here.
Hey.
They're just kind of at this point milling around and interestingly watching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
not a lot happens
actually-
here.
Yeah,
we
actually, he's gonna go
have,
into the tavern. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna suggest like our casters, if they have any like light spells or something, since it's getting dark out, we could have like lights set up to sort of help grab more people's attention.
Or like
and
a
all that
dancing
stuff.
lights or something.
Yeah, or if someone
Fairy
has
fire, or no, I
yeah.
think dancing lights is more of, or there's one that makes. There's another one too. My brain isn't doing it.
So, yeah, fairy fire is somebody lights up.
Exactly, because
but-
it outlines objects. But I know
Right.
dancing lights is one where you can make the 4 different lights or make the one light. If I
No,
remember.
yeah,
Or is that
it's
something
always 4
else?
lights. That's always 4 lights, but you can move each one of them as a part of a bonus action,
But that's if
and they're
anyone has
constantly
it.
moving. Yeah, if anybody
Yeah.
has it, which I don't.
The other thing I've got is prestidigitation.
That would actually work. You can make fireworks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I have a
if you wanna
plan.
do that.
Ooh, I have 1 spell left, and he's like, this is gonna be the signal. It's like, huh, this is gonna get stupid. Hold on. All right. He's like, come on all, please come to our wrestling match of the century. Here we have in this corner, Liam the Giant. And he's kind of like, wait, like, of course, like, see applause. And like, as he like holds up around him. And then he's like, nobody applauses. He's like, and in this corner. And whoever steps up first, essentially.
In that situation, it's gonna be the lady.
It's like,
She's mad about losing the last one.
our challenger, what is your name, dear?
Her name is Namvi.
You're the challenger, Numvi. And
Right.
at this point, he also does one thing. It's like, and I will tell you whenever to start the match. You will see a signal. It will be fire being thrown into the air. I promise. And at this point, he's like, he bows, and he's like, let us put on a good spectacle for everyone. And he taps himself. He casts Dragon's Breath on himself, and he chooses fire. And he's like, now, let us start. 3, 2, 1. And at that point, he points his mouth up, like, to where that's open sky, and he fires the 15-foot fire cone into the air. And he's like, huzzah! And then he does the big roar that comes with Dragon's Breath.
And doing the
Logan,
worst
you're
job
doing
ever of not trying to be noticed, bro.
prestidigitation all over the place. Yeah, no, you guys are blending. It's good.
Yeah.
You're doing a
Yeah.
big blend.
Yeah, and also, my flaw goes into this. I am a sucker for the vices of the city. That's including gambling, drinking, everything that has to do with doing really debaucherous crap. So I am following through.
Just having a hard time getting this sheet to open up for some reason. Just give me a moment. I had it and it's not cooperating.
I made a ring.
Yep.
You made a square.
helping.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to get this to open. I hope I don't have to reconnect, because that's never a good thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Please stand by.
Yeah, right. It's just not opening the sheet, which is
Oh,
a
no.
problem.
So after they announced
Rubber.
the match, I went and found the local leather worker and asked him if I could get any scraps of leather to make little tiny charms, people's the gladiators' names on them and stuff to sell them for cheap, make a little extra cash.
Hey.
Yeah, they seem, like I said, everyone seems pretty involved in what's happening. So yeah, it's not going to be an issue.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna reconnect just to see because it's not doing it right now. I don't know. Sorry, I'm still here for audio, but yeah. So she's mad that she lost by like a centimeter for that rock throw. So she's ready.
Yeah.
You guys were showboating some, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I've heard all of this, and like I said, I've heard how much moral is blending in. Very happy for you, and so come over here.
I'm a crazy magic man. And besides, I did not have these spells whenever I left. So
Alright. Got it to open, so reloading did help.
Hey.
No.
No.
Okay, because Liam, you hadn't done initiative for this fight, right?
No, not yet. I will.
Yeah, I was gonna give you fresh initiatives for this. That's part of what the problem was, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I will roll it if that works for you.
Yep, of course. Damn,
Yes.
you guys both did great, but
19.
all right.
Oh, she got 21. Fuck.
Yeah, are you guys going unarmed?
Yeah. If it's just wrestling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You're just doing wrestling. Okay.
Mhm.
And whoever pushes who out of the ring is essentially like kind of how he's going about it.
Yeah. As I say, she just has on like some basic leathers and stuff, so she's just gonna leave those on. That's fine. It's not really gonna help for this.
If I had gotten initiative, I was gonna have Liam like, try to fucking drop kick her.
Oh my god. For wrestling?
No drop kicking wrestling.
Pro wrestling.
Pro wrestling, bro.
Who's
Hey,
the
well, you can always
showman?
try it when it's your turn and see how
Yeah.
she reacts. It's like, it's not that you can't do it. Let's see.
I said wrestling with a big question mark.
Yeah, so thinking that you're supposed to be doing wrestling because that's what you guys said, she kind of charges up to you and is going to try to grapple you.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't do that if 13 or 16. Okay.
So
Mhm.
you, I think, need to oppose, right?
Yeah. So I'll oppose with my athletics. Oh no!
You are grabbed, but
Ah!
that's all it's gonna be with her turn.
Now it's your turn to break the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
All part of
Here,
the
she's
show,
just
folks.
like, maybe we should go back to the rock throwing.
I'll give you some rocks to throw. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay. So let's see. Okay. So you're gonna break free.
Yeah. I think you would just try to like break free and then go low for like an ankle grab or something. Try to like tip her up. But she, that might be a bad idea because she's a dwarf and she has much lower center of gravity.
Listen, I never tell you can't do something. You can always try.
You have to go low anyways. He's a dwarf.
Yep.
So what are you gonna go for?
Yeah. I'll try to
Shoulder throw judo.
yeah, like essentially try to
I would say, do you think
my
a dexterity check or like an acrobatics to try to pull this off at the same time that you're, kind of breaking out? You know what I mean? What do you
Yeah.
what do you think? Because that's what I would think.
Or like yeah, just like as kind of the added movement since
Yeah, because you're just kind of
yeah.
making it part of the fluid thing. So yeah, Liam, I would give me. I think if you have acrobatics, you can go for it. If not, you can do a dex.
Okay.
It's not a save; it's a check.
It's not great.
Okay. You kind of go to do that, but you kind of just like slap her ankle on the way by.
Yeah.
Alright.
And actually would you you still have your movement, right? Because that was
I
just
mean, you guys could use that if you wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like try to get around.
yeah, like that's the pass by, like as you're trying to like grab her.
Yeah. So kind of because if you move away from her, right, it gets different.
Yeah.
All right. So is that all for you?
Yep.
Okay. So just going to just kind of circle because you can go here without
Yeah.
provoking.
Mhm.
Just kind of. So we're still wrestling, right?
Yeah, I'm not trying to do any hits. I think like so do we do, like 2 successive or 3 successive athletics rolls successes. I keep saying successive or success uh would complete like maybe a pin and
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you'd have to hold somebody for more than a round. You know what I mean? At least.
yeah.
Because right now she's only grabbed you the once and you haven't
Yeah.
grabbed her.
Mhm.
So in my mind, that's kind of what it's going to come down to is that you have to hold somebody for I'd say at least a couple rounds.
Yep.
Without them being able to break free. So
Yep.
we're on the same page.
And I could imagine Moral being like our ref. and
Yeah, yeah,
like
and actually,
hitting
yeah,
the
like I'll
ground like
take-
1, 2, 3.
yeah,
On
a lot
that.
of time he's like, and like he's also kind of the commentator, and he's
Yeah.
just like kind of running from one side. He's like,
Oh
and
no.
like a push on the, like he'll say it's like as well as being brought to the outside of the ring
Hmm.
would put you out because like he's kind of going like the normal wrestling rules. You get pushed outside the ring,
All right.
and so she grabs you.
I'm
Yeah.
not seeing
Okay.
you guys right now. I'm seeing only myself.
We can't. Yeah, I'm not seeing you. I'm not sure
Okay,
if you're
fantastic.
alive.
Yeah. So let me just make sure
No.
because I wanted to see. Luckily, we do our audio through a separate thing.
Yes, that is.
Yeah. So she, like you said, successfully has grabbed you.
Mhm.
And she's not going to do anything else right now except for try to hang on to you.
Mhm.
And let's see if I load in or not. Hey,
Oh, it's thinking about it.
I can see you guys.
Usually
It's
spinning.
it's loading.
That's fine.
So I'll try to essentially get her into a bear hug and like try to sweep her and take her to the ground.
Okay. Because she's got you.
Yeah.
So you
So
have
I'm
to
not
break
trying
out
to
the ground.
break out. I'm just trying to get her like sweep her and get her to the
You're
ground.
trying to throw off her momentum while she's holding you,
Mm-hmm.
or throw off her center of balance.
Trying to take
Jujitsu
the
style.
dominant position, bro.
Yeah, I'm hearing
Yeah.
that. Well, let's see if it works.
Eh.
Ow.
Because all these are opposed.
Yeah.
Okay. So she still does have you as far as it goes, like in her grasp.
Yeah.
But yeah, you will go down.
So it could be so instead of being in the mount, I would be in the guard. Basically, I'd be on top, but her legs would be around me and stopping me from getting the mount. Essentially.
I would say maybe some arms too. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. She could have like
And
one of my arms.
actually, this is a question I have. Do you want it to be like so they don't have to continuously break the grapple? It's whoever like wins out on the like the thing ends up like taking over the grapple.
I saw you guys for a second, then it went away. Can you guys see me?
I can see
No.
you.
No.
I
Why
had to
is
go
it like
down
this?
and hit reconnect on my chat settings, and
Yeah, I'm
and
saying
everybody
it too.
popped back in perfectly fine.
Okay, great.
Oh, you just disappeared. There you go. You're back.
Hey, I see it.
Everyone's here but Sentry, right?
I see
Yeah,
you
she-
way back
She
there.
can hear everything. She's just
Yeah, no,
grabbing-
that's totally fine. I was just making sure because if you guys were seeing her, I'm not, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you repeat what you were saying, Josh? But kind of briefly.
Yeah. The brief thing was, instead of like them constantly having to break the grapple, do you want it to be like whenever one wins out, they just take over the grapple? Did you hear me?
No, I'm sorry. My spouse started talking, and I got very distracted by what was going on. So I
It's okay.
apologize.
Yeah, no worries. I was just saying, do you want it, instead of them constantly having to break the grapple, just whenever they win out on a grapple check, that they just take over the grapple? Kind of like how like normal grappling works.
Yeah, I
except,
can get what you mean. To where it's like sort of the who's in charge switches back and forth versus it being a straight breaking free. I think at this point that would make sense because they're down on the ground.
right.
Because before it
and-
wouldn't have made as much sense. So I'm down with it, and we're not going to try to prolong it forever either, right? So yeah.
Right.
Like if I get 3 successive wins, then it.
It's yeah.
Yep.
All right,
All
take them away.
Okay.
So
So that was your turn, right?
yeah, and
Anything
can
else?
I take maybe the dodge? Like
I don't think you
stance?
can dodge
No.
because she's holding you.
Okay. Makes sense.
I respect you, but no.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so it's not very good. Let's see
Okay.
if
See how
she's
it
gonna
goes.
be able to get the dominant spot here.
Yeah, and like Liam is just like very vascular and
He's a vascular man.
yeah.
Is that a
Veins
2
popping.
successes? Jeez.
Steam rising off of his off the sweat from his back because it's cold
Okay,
out.
yeah.
He's creating a lot of heat.
Yeah, sir. So you definitely at this point have kind of gained the upward momentum.
Carrying her into the ground, like
So
gotta
this'll be-
choke.
Yeah, so
like
we'll
grind-
see.
Go to sleep.
Oh no.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
All right. Okay. So then one more check, right?
And it's on me. That was her trying to break out, and this is me completing the submission, hopefully.
Yeah. She's like swears, she's frustrated.
Yeah.
You can hear actually the crowd seems split over the issue. It seems that a lot of people were betting for and against because it was such an impressive showing for both of you guys in the last bit of things. Sentry, go ahead and give me another, or Violet, give me another perception check because you said you were kind of wandering around looking at who wasn't paying attention this whole time, kind of collecting money, and then we'll get
Yeah,
a
I
percentage at
would
the end
think-
and see how you did. Nice. Yeah, at this point, you said almost everyone here is very engrossed in what's going on in the center. Like there's steam rising off the fight, you know. There was like all of this like swearing displays. There was like the fire in the air and all the sparks and stuff, you know. So nobody is paying attention to their stuff right now.
Perfect. I would like to continue picking pockets. And now I'm focusing solely on picking pockets unless somebody just happens to put something in my hat.
Guys,
But
you
now
like
that
wandering around with
everybody
a hat
has
out, just
attention.
like stealing shit from people.
Liam is fully under the impression that taking the bets and actually like performing the things that
Oh, yeah,
we're
no,
all
you
here
don't-
to do.
Yeah, you don't know that she's doing this.
Yeah.
None of you actually know that she's doing this but her. And maybe the guards, but not so far.
Perfect. So
Alright, so give me one sleight of hand as we go. I'm gonna let you get in at least 2 more. Oh, no, never mind.
Ooh.
Crime never pays.
Yeah,
Yeah,
two
right.
sides of his claws
Shame,
were out.
shame.
Let's say you were kind of going around, and this looked like a pretty wealthy pocket. But then suddenly there's a hand in it holding your paw.
I would like
She's
to offer him the fish.
He just looks at you, paw, like hand on your paw as you're like holding on a fish with the other paw. Give me your best persuasion check.
My best?
Yeah, let's see how this
Let's
goes.
see. Meh.
Because you're a
Oh yeah.
cat person trying to give him some fish. Let's see if we can pretend this is a cultural misunderstanding.
I would also like to bow.
Uh-huh. Oh, nice. Okay. And it went to me, but it was an 8. He takes the fish from you and is like, I don't have a fish to give you back. And looks kind of confused. He like leaned to one of his buddies and he's like, "Do you have a fish I can give her? I think it's a thing. I don't know."
I'm just gonna look very confused, like, and keep going.
This poor guy. He's just like, yeah, tries to get like a knucklehead thrown off of somebody to give you. So yeah, so you end up with a bigger, slimier fish.
Score.
In your hand.
Just as good as gold.
But you do notice that when that happened, that some of the guards are actually looking at you now, though, because for a minute it almost got weird.
That
So,
wasn't weird.
Yeah.
Could
Almost got
I attempt? I would like to attempt to like sink into much thicker parts of the crowd and go ghost. Thanks.
Okay, so yeah, let's do the stealth. Okay. So you feel like you kind of went and got lost in that crowd, at least to the best of your feelings in there. Okay, so at this point, it seems that the gladiator that fought with you earlier is kind of squaring up and getting ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Liam cracks knuckles. And
Yeah.
this is barehanded, by the way. We aren't using any weapons.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you're my good friend.
Yeah, it's probably better that way.
We face each other as the gods intended. Sportsmanlike. No tricks, no weapons.
Naked.
Skill against skill alone.
And he says, "Whatever you say, bud. Yes, let's go ahead and earn us some coin and show off for them, huh?" He's another gladiator.
It's like two performers about to throw performance.
Exactly. This is getting like pro wrestler vibes up here. He's just like,
Yeah.
"Let's do it."
And actually, he actually quickly runs over. He's like, "What is your name?"
Oh no.
Yeah, right.
Oh no.
No, he's- so this is Valtib.
He's like, Belton. And he's like, "Come all and see the great Count of Voltive face. Ah, beautiful, glorious, great giant, Leon!"
Before it gets too far away from it, Liam would want to like raise the female dwarf's arm and fist in the air, like, "Hey, give it up for her." And then
Yeah, she's being a good sport
like,
for sure.
Yeah, as an
Yeah.
aside to her, like, "Hey, I'm saying, what was the inn again?
Nambi, wait.
Or the inn?
Calvin's Comfort, I think.
Yeah, I'll be at Kelvin's Comfort later if you want a drink, eh?
Yeah, she's just have me cool down to think about it.
Hey, and her name was Nineveh or
Namvi.
Nambi?
Let me just
He's like-
double check. I'm pretty sure it's Calvin's Comfort. Yeah, Calvin's Comfort.
Yeah, and he goes one more time. He's like, "One more time, give it up for Namvi, the dwarven ferocious fighter."
The crowd that you've lost yourself in, Violet, starts cheering, raucously. Give me everybody roll perceptions.
Perceptions. Uh-oh. What about perceptions?
Perception.
I don't
that
even
is-
see myself.
I mean, that's kind of the idea of what you're doing, right? You stealth so well, so stealthy.
Yeah, nope.
Liam, you're in the heat of the moment.
As
Lapinia,
am I.
Lapinia, you hear what sounds like a disruption of some kind coming from one of the gates.
Oh.
It sounds like some sort of shouting.
Yeah, I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, no. Let's say, and as the fight will commence, unless you do anything different.
Well, I was gonna say I could go find Violet, but I have to go search for her, wouldn't I?
Yep. Oh, with that perception, no, her stealth was a 22. No, you don't see her right now. You'd have to specifically look again.
I'm gonna look for her
Just
again.
run up to the showboater. Oak.
Oh, I got an idea.
There we go.
I use my what was it? Hold on. Minor illusion, and I put a little like a sign up in the air, but like in the air that says "Violet, come to my stand."
Oh my god. It's just like, if you've lost a parent, please come to the lost parent cabin. And
Please come
and
to the gift stand.
yeah, we found
the merch table.
Yeah, come to the merch table, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you do see this Violet.
I was about to say it's in bright lights. I think.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so kind. I'll go. I'll go to her.
Uh huh. And I'm gonna let this happen. Go ahead and so Liam, he's gonna try to grab you here.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That was not very good.
Ooh.
I doubt
Warming up,
you'll
he's
be
ready.
grabbed by that.
There you go.
Just warming up, you know. He's got to show off a little bit. I just like imagine this guy like completely preening for the crowd.
Yeah.
And all right, go ahead and oppose the check. I know it wasn't very high, but
I would
So I'm
also-
out of. I've run out of my rage. That was.
does that mean you're exhausted now, or is that something else?
That's
I don't
something
think so.
else.
That's something
No.
else.
I think you actually have both your rages. I think because you never used the other one.
Well, I used one, and I kind of let it go into the fight just because I used it at the like. It was only.
Yeah,
for
And
so-
I
the
wasn't mad about it. Yeah.
Yeah, so you were just, and then you were just you were popping it again. You're like, not
Well,
today.
I'm out of my rage right now, and I'm gonna use my key in this fight. So I don't know if
That's
if I
fine.
can use my key and my rage in the same thing, but either way,
You-
it's fine. I still
yeah.
have some tricks.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. So his lunge toward you to grab you is unsuccessful.
Yeah.
For the beginning of it, and go ahead and make your turn, and then I'll cut back to them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna punch.
Okay.
Like a chop.
16 to hit.
I guess that depends, because if you guys went in, I mean, what if you had to take his armor off?
Yeah, like like
yeah.
you see, like bear skin met with bear skin.
I'm not.
But we gave the lady okay, just
It's
to
gonna
not
hit. Yeah,
roll.
it's gonna hit.
Okay.
16's gonna hit then.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
'cause
so
with me
roll your
wearing
bludgeoning.
white-
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay, so Lopinia and Violet. The fight is underway. There's a lot of showboating. One of them is missing some body
I'll
glitter.
take my bonus attack to do an unarmed strike.
It's fine. I just want to hear how this is gonna go.
So
gonna hit.
Violet comes running over and she'll say, "You're keeping me from very important business. What?"
It's very true.
I said,
Running from the cops.
The boys are being boys. There's something going on at one of the gates. It sounds like shouting. Maybe you should inform the guards around here since you're also a person of soldiertude. I kind of look at you like I know what you've
I
been doing.
can't really talk to them right now.
Give me another perception check, Violet, now that it's been brought to your attention. Yes. What languages do you speak?
Who, me or Violet?
I'll say both of you since you're listening to this.
Giant, goblin, primordial, and sylvan. And common.
Got common, draconic, dwarvish, elvish, and giant.
Okay. So yeah, you seem to hear in Giant the end of somebody saying, "Wait for the horn." In
Use
Giant.
the horn.
I would like to say, oh, I get it, and I would like to attempt an acrobatics like over the stage and like tap Liam on the shoulder and be like, "It's time to stop playing," and like shout to the guards.
Let's
he's
see
like, he looks around like while he has the guy by the cuff of his shirt, and he's like, oh, okay, and just shoves him.
it. Yeah,
like,
right.
I've got a real fight now. Goodbye.
Mhm.
He's like, we must postpone this fight. I'm sorry, my friends. What's going on?
Yeah, people are grumbling and complaining. Yeah, I'll say that pulls it off. It's just like, well, we want to settle their bets.
It's like, we will be back post haste. We are taking a small intermission to deal with what?
Actually, as you guys are saying this, you can hear the sounds of what sounds like screaming of other people. That are kind of coming from one of the gates. It sounds like the east gate.
I'm literally roaring out, "Giant!"
And then I yell to everybody, it's like, to your homes now! Get inside the tavern, defend yourselves, hold in guard! I'm off! And he like starts running.
Alright, let me pull us over to the Brinchander map.
This is amazing.
It has been so good.
It's wrestling match followed by giant attacks, and that's what we should label this episode.
I mean, could you ask for too much more? You also got to steal a fish from somebody and then give it to somebody that you were trying to steal from.
And get a better fish.
Fish
Yeah, he gave you a
exchange,
fresh knucklehead trout for that.
Yeah. Giant attack.
He's like, well, I don't want to be culturally insensitive.
Stay woke.
Exactly. Okay, so you can see as you approach the gate that most people are running, screaming away from it, but that standing there in what looks to be some sort of parley are Sheriff Markham and a woman that you'll presume to be the town speaker and another deputy, and they're standing there talking to three huge giants, like three frost giants, that are flanked by a pair of winter wolves. And they seem to be having a very heated exchange that everyone is running, screaming from.
Liam will run up and be like, "Doggy!"
And he's like, hold on, assess the situation first, Liam.
He
And
doesn't do that.
all the while, he like, so he's hearing this because he, hold on, let me make sure my language is correct. Hold on.
Well, the thing about waiting for the horns was in Giant. These guys are actually talking in common.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, I gotcha.
So as you come in here, you'll hear the speaker just speak. I don't know who that is. As the frost giant in the middle says, "Surrender, artist Chimer, or die." And so they're not seeming to get very far in their conversation.
Yeah, as a speaker of Giant, Liam would approach and give a bow to the Giants because I know they like that deferential shit, and speak to them and say, "Good evening. Can I help mitigate this?"
And what is everybody else doing?
He actually he'll approach up next to Liam Wall with like part with a book in hand, and it's like, who are you trying to uh, who are you trying to look for?
You've got it on a piece of paper.
Yeah,
She looks at you and she says, ARTUS space CIMBER.
Understood. I will see about asking on town. And actually looking at Marcus, is like, and easily approach, like, hold on just a second. Don't know this name anywhere on the town records, correct?
Who are you talking to?
Marcus, I'm talking to the sheriff.
Markham. Yeah, he's
Markham.
he says no, it's what we're trying to explain to to them that we don't know who that is.
But I'm just trying to say, and he kind of like whispers a little bit, and it's like, I'm trying to make it so that we don't. If they're already upset about you not knowing, maybe we should give an effort of showing them. Maybe we don't want them to overrun the town, and we try our best to show them to wherever it is and ask questions for people in the town. Unfortunately, it will scare them, but it's better than what could be.
All right.
I don't know how. He's like, and he literally is like, I don't know how many of you are strong.
And I'm gonna wait for Lucas to come back since I know he was also trying to do some negotiating. Violet, are you kind of hanging back and watching at this stage?
For sure.
Or I don't know if you had something you wanted to do specifically.
No, I'm gonna hang back to the back. Honestly, just kind of ready my bow, just in case they make a move towards the captain.
Absolutely. Let's say if it goes that way, we'll go down to a different map. But let me pull.
I'm back, baby.
E.
Cheers.
Sorry, let me see if I can get this to do the right thing.
Spinach and protein shake, eh?
Spinach and
Delicious.
protein.
I don't mind it.
Okay. So, if you guys can see, I brought it down to one of the gates. I don't think it actually was the east gate. This is just, and I had things prepped up.
How do you get your character to pop up in the Oh, you did.
So you can drag yourself from the journal onto the map. I can do it for you as well.
Haha, there we go.
Yep.
I'm
Yes,
hanging.
like I said,
Oop.
this is the speaker, Duvessa Shane. This is the deputy sheriff that you actually haven't met yet, but are getting from the context, and Sheriff Southwell.
Can I attempt to sneak up the wall? Like, is it a wall or like just a gate?
So I will tell you, because this is important for this. Rin Shander.
Can you add my character because it's not. It doesn't seem to work for me.
Yeah, let me. I think it's from where you're dragging from, honestly. But let me see. Unless it didn't work, right? Okay, hang on. Sorry. But yeah, so go ahead and do a stealth. And I was just gonna tell you, there is a wall around. It's not like a battlement, but it is a wall. Let me
That I
get your
could like
stealth
climb
first.
and post up on? That's kind of the goal.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, try it now, Lucas.
Hey.
Sweet, that was my bad. All right. Okay, so you said you're trying to stealth, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, this is the southwest gate. And they said this is a wall. You can see, right? People can kind of walk along it.
Yeah.
There are towers.
Yeah, I want to try to get up there, kind of post up if there are men like stationed up there anywhere. Kind of let them know to pay attention.
Oh yeah, they're already there. Absolutely. So then, Liam, what are you attempting to do as far as mitigate? You just offered to do so, correct?
Yeah. If the town leaders are saying to the giants that they don't have anyone in the town by that name, he would try to reinforce that as the issue and try to say, hey, these town folks would not try to defy you. Um, they're honestly saying they don't have anyone in this town, to their knowledge, by that name. You can search this town, but please do not harm them.
Give
Yeah,
me persuasions.
For some reason
Sounds
now
like
my character sheet isn't coming up.
okay. Let me make sure it's okay. I'm sorry, dude. Let me make sure.
It's okay.
Yeah, it represents you, so it should. It's coming up for me when I try to open it from your token, so I'm not sure why it's not opening
Oh,
for
can
you.
I open it up for my token?
Yeah, if you hold Shift and double click your token, it should open from there.
Fancy.
I can move my token.
It's doing that for me.
Would you mind doing the persuasion for me, please, sir?
No, I don't mind at all.
I don't know why it's suddenly not working.
You might have to reconnect. Remember, I was having a hard time getting a sheet to
Yeah.
open earlier.
I'll just press reconnect really quick.
Okay. But you weren't the only one making the roll, right? It sounded like Moral was also getting in on that.
Yeah.
yeah, I already rolled. It was trash.
Well, yeah, I see that.
And I'm a raccoon. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. And so she, with that, then will just kind of be like, I have a different idea. And we'll start to lift up a horn to her mouth.
And he's like, and Moral and Giant is like, please, no. It's just, whatever it is, we're going to try to find them. I promise to you, I will do my best. I'm from the Order of the Scribe. The least I can do is make sure that you have who you need, and who you need is here for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. Let's see how we can do here. Not always the most charismatic.
Because
Since we're waiting
he
for
already
Lucas to
seen that.
reconnect anyway.
Yeah, because we noticed that that's a war horn. Like that's not like, hi, this is my kazoo. No, this is a war horn that they're holding up to their lips.
That's
right?
true. Yeah, that's well. You could actually give me a perception to see what you can see about it, because right now, it's a big horn.
Right. I didn't know if. And also, is it nighttime?
Oh yes.
I have 120 feet of dark vision, so just making sure that that's on the table.
Yeah, I think all of you have dark vision except for Lucas.
Yeah, and I can see through magical darkness.
Oof a doof.
I just got.
Can you guys see him?
See him?
No, I can't see Lucas.
Either.
No.
Okay,
Right.
I'll reconnect. Sorry.
Well, no,
Okay.
that's from
Better than my
settings page.
persuasion. Jesus.
Hey, there you are.
Looks like it might be from some like a horn from a huge creature. You're not sure with that perception.
But I do noticing that they're lifting it up to their lips. Like,
Oh yeah, I mean all of you can see that.
Yeah, like this don't look like no drinking horn.
No, this is the kind for making the noise.
For the
Okay,
boys.
how about this? I'll give you the last ditch one more persuasion before she actually, because you said you tried to do the last minute persuasion.
Can I give him help?
You can help him if you want to give him advantage.
Yeah, because he spoke
Because
all
she
that
thinks
in
you're
time.
sincere. She just thinks you're an idiot. Yeah.
Not wrong.
So,
Do you want me to do it, or do you want to do it, Josh?
What's your persuasion at?
My charisma's +3. I don't have persuasion.
Cool. Your charisma's +3?
Yeah,
Guess who gets it? I help you.
All right.
well, you do have Lopenia, but
Yeah, I can
it
come
is
in and
true.
help. I'm
Yeah.
charismatic young
Yeah.
half
if
elf.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Lopenia
Oh, you got
can speak
persuasion?
Giant,
I got persuasion.
can you speak
Oh.
giant?
I'm
speak
going to
giant.
let you get in a last minute interjection to try to persuade her before she blows this war horn.
Yeah, go for it, Lopenia.
No pressure, Lopenia.
So-
We're all counting on you.
Look, as beautiful as it probably sounds, people are trying to sleep. You know. I'm just,
Be
and
kind,
I'm awestruck
rewind.
because they're giants for once. So I'm very excited. I was like, but I mean, it's nighttime. Everyone wants to go to bed. No one wants to fight right now. We'll help you find, what's his name? Artis. In the morning.
Sindir.
Is either like, is it Kimber, Kimber? We don't know. It's
Kimber.
I read it and I was like,
We'll help you find an artist in the morning if you'll give us, this little time, because right now it's nighttime and no one knows who anybody is.
I love that argument. Like, but don't you know about bedtime?
Exactly.
But it's
she's a
bedtime.
naive young half elf who's awestruck by giants and doesn't know what she's saying.
We just had supper. It's about to be dinner. Like, come on.
Yeah.
All right, give me that persuasion, Lopenia.
We're gonna help you out as much as we can.
Gonna see if you
Can
can
we help you out with
persuading them
that?
to notice the fact that it's nighttime outside and that makes a difference for them. And we're gonna do this.
No.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Oh, with advantage?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
shit.
they're helping you. So
Because-
just roll it again.
Okay.
Since you got that 12.
Oh my god. Hey.
Hey.
17.
Not bad. She kind of like pauses with it lifted to her mouth and is like, "When are you going to find him?"
3 days? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said
I was
give
gonna
us 3 days to search the city, and we'll either find enough evidence that he's not here or him.
The other two are kind of leading in, and they are speaking in giant. I think all of you can basically speak that, but that's fine. But they're like, "How do you know they're not lying?" And she's just like, "You idiots! If they're lying, then we'll crush them all." That's like it's more work for them.
And he's like, it is.
But yeah, they seem to mutter to themselves. You
He
can tell
says it
that.
in giant.
Yeah, right. You can tell that that the guys they seem ready to fight, but she's seeing your logic here, and she says,
Bedtime.
2 days. I'll come back in 2 days,
Deal.
and I'm going to leave somebody here to watch. And if you try to escape and go back on our deal, I will crush you.
2 days and a dog.
You
Yeah,
already have your
okay.
horse.
Like,
No, no worries.
want them all.
I do like the crushing thing. I understand that, but I would love to learn more about you. That'll be at a later date. It is an absolute pleasure meeting you. Good day.
God. You sound like somebody who's like a speed dating thing. Like, I'd love to learn more about you, but we don't have time right now. So I'm just gonna go. And she's just like, I will literally destroy you. Okay. So anyway.
Yes, I heard you the first time.
Moral just like embodies the caroused right now.
So yeah, right. And so with that, she actually will then loudly in giant just kind of yell, "Retreat!" And you can tell even from just what you can hear, the whole city must have been surrounded. Because it seems that you could just see the hulking figures coming through the darkness. Moral, you can see them first because of your dark vision being so good. At least a dozen of them.
Ooh.
And
Yes.
actually, as we're traveling, as we're traveling back, like he'll like actually, Markham, I would love your assistance. I also have something to tell you. Very important. You and the speaker, please.
It better be that you know where Artis is. And you just like, let's go inside. Um,
He's like,
Does anyone have locate person?
be convenient.
Too convenient.
What race was Lapinia?
Half elf.
You're a half elf, yeah.
Perfect. I want to pick her up and literally spin her in the air and be like, yay!
You did it.
I'm only 5'4", so I'm pretty short. So you probably could do
Yeah, there you go.
with this giant jaguar person over here.
Yeah, as she spins you around, you hear the distinct jingling of coins.
Are those
Coming
my
from her bag.
winnings?
Some of them.
You got this fish.
Oh my god, yeah, the fish.
What's it smell?
Dinner!
But actually, with this, the speaker wants to meet you as well. So she says, "Come, let us go. Let's go to the town hall, or if you prefer, we can go to, to the inn. But if
Yeah,
I
honestly,
would like to
anywhere
speak with you."
closer. Anywhere closer would be the better. It is of utmost importance.
Okay, so basically at that stage, she's going to take you here. I'm going to put it onto the regular map to the building of B4, which is the only temple in town. This is the House of the Triad. It's their largest place of worship and the only temple. It honors the three gods of the Triad that are worshipped here: Tyr, Torm, and Ilmater.
Yes. Sorry, those are classics.
Yeah.
As they like shuffle, as we all get into the door, and he's like, "This will suffice because it's a matter of numbers. I saw with my eyes a dozen more giants and their wolves. They surrounded us.
More doggies?
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna get
Liam-
beat up by
Liam-
the end of this campaign, right?
Liam, way more doggies. Very, very much more doggies. Yes, my friend.
So, yeah, she say that well, it seems that we narrowly escaped disaster, and we owe you a debt of gratitude for your silver tongue. Gesturing toward, actually, looking at all three of you, except for except for Violet, because you didn't do much on that one. But still, you're here. You guys are a group.
I mean, I asked them for time.
Exactly.
I heard her shout it out, and I was like, 3 days? Yeah, okay, 3 days.
But she's but she says, usually my negotiations go quite well, but she wasn't hearing me whatsoever. So any time to help solve this mystery is welcome.
Yes, I'd rather not clean up bodies. I'd rather save them. If I'm really being certain.
You're in your old man garb, right?
Oh yeah, he's still in his old man. That's the reason he's still speaking, and that is why. That is the one thing I want to do.
That's why he's still Voldemort.
Yeah, right. Can't tell.
Come here, cursed child.
Oh God. But yeah, no, she can't tell through about that you're in disguise. So yeah. But she says that yeah, I feel responsible for these people. They're survivors who can make it through any storm. But I will not have them senselessly murdered because they are looking for someone. We must figure out who this man is.
I am rather. The only thing that I'm rather afraid of is that if we ask around, that may get us only him up in smoke, whether or not he's here or not.
Could I use Steve's tent to start picking, like, places in the city that we're looking for this specific person?
Oh yeah, you'll be able to go around and do stuff like that for sure. But if you're, I figured for now you're kind of hanging out in here, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I was thinking is like, hold on, I have an idea to get started, and I could leave and start marking.
Oh sure. So if you want to do that, that's totally fine. Okay. And so, yeah, as you guys are having this debate, a young human man who's tending. Hey, give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, actually. And he says, and you can tell that he's an acolyte of the temple. And he's just like, what has happened, speaker? And then seeing that the sheriff and the deputy sheriff and you, there's just, I heard screaming. There are people running. So,
I just
Oh,
jump in and go, they were giants.
and yeah, so exactly. So would you say that she is? Yes. I'm sorry. This is it's Sirach here. He's newer to the area. It's one of our nice acolytes of Torm here. Yes. There was a giant attack. They were looking for someone that we do not know. And so you guys kind of he was like, nod and
What was his name again?
yeah, let's say you guys say who you're looking for.
And since you're already here, is it Arkham Cinder, or Kimber, however you spell this, and he'll pull up the page and show.
Yeah, right.
Cinder.
Aardvark, yes.
Absolutely. So, give me insights. The three of you that are still here, because it sounds like Violet is off putting things out message-wise.
Yeah, I also want to stop at the merchant that he struck the deal with to pick up our gold.
Sure.
Nope.
Lavinia, with these young humans who can say, right? And Moral, you're very distracted. Liam, he's not really trying to hide it. He seems to be scared.
Liam would like step forward and like kind of loom above him and
Oh,
ask
good.
him, "What you scared of, mate?"
Oh, Jesus.
What? He doesn't look that scared.
Who's scared?
He's like, why are we scared?
What is-
Do a persuasion or an intimidation. Your call.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
I'll lean into the intimidation.
Just like, how you doing, mate? With like a closed fist.
Oh, shit. 20. Okay.
Just put your hand on his shoulder. You sure you're alright?
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's like, it's funny you should mention him because he's my father.
Oh.
What?
Is he here?
No, I have no idea where he is. I came here several months ago with a friend.
Your father of the cloth, or like biological father? Does he mean?
Oh, yeah, right. You ask him that? He's like, no, my biological father. He abandoned me when I was a baby. But I know that that's who he is because he's famous. What little good it did me. I moved up here to try to take up fishing and then found that I was a little bit better, as you say, as a man of the cloth than on a boat.
Yeah. So Sirac, so he's from Suzale.
Yeah, it's the yeah, he's from Suzale. He's only been here for about 3 months. You tell you like, so give me history checks. Now that the moment has passed, I'm gonna see if any of you might recognize the name of his father.
Nope.
What rolling again?
History.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was typing.
It's okay.
History.
Take notes.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on, man.
Oh God, I don't know nothing.
Am
Actually,
I allowed
do
to
the,
also do one while I'm marking things and
As I
like
say, you're not
writing
really
his name
hearing.
over and over?
You're not really hearing. Yeah, as I say, yeah, you do know his name, so yeah, you can do this.
Okay.
We'll have different context for you.
and actually with the two people that are still in here with us, the speaker and sheriff, know anything after hearing the name over and over again?
Well, they were saying that they didn't know. Yeah, you, Violet, the only thing that you've heard about this man, he's supposed to be some renowned human adventurer, but you heard he has a really shiny, nice ring. That's what you would know about him.
Perfect.
Yeah. Now, Sirac, he knows that Blade said he has that bloodline, but he'll tell you. He just says that, well, he's supposed to be immortal, but I don't think that that's something that he passed on to me, although I haven't really felt keen to test it.
And
I grew up in an orphanage before I became an acolyte.
did you actually did you know what your father looked like?
I was a baby.
Do you happen to know anybody that might possibly know here in town? That would be me more of a keen direction to look towards.
I don't think anyone here in town could help you. I think the only people I've heard of that they get on with are down in Neverwinter.
So, and actually, this is a quick DM question. Did
Yeah.
I hear about giants down in Winter? Sorry, not Winter. Back in Neverwinter.
Yeah, you guys were starting to hear rumblings of giant activity kind of all over the place, although it hadn't gotten anywhere near like this. But yeah,
Yeah. And just to refresh, we were coming up here to speak
to the sheriff.
to the sheriff in order to bring a message from his brother. And what was the message again?
We already handed it over. It was
Oh,
about this escalating thing and about what happened
Yeah.
in Nightstone,
Okay.
you know,
'Cause
including
they have more connections to the Lord's Alliance up here.
to Lady Nandar. Yeah, they
Lady
are tied in
Nandar.
with the Lord's Alliance. Yeah, because remember she died.
And these are three giants that showed up at the door, right?
Yeah, they were the three giants that rolled up at the door. A lady and two bodyguards.
And they said that there were three giants that appeared from the sky, grabbed the Nightstone, and left. Right?
Although from the description of them, Liam said that they sounded more like cloud giants to him than frost.
Okay.
But yes, Sirac will tell you that if you go to Waterdeep, that the last I heard, that he made friends with the Roaring Horn family, and I'll put this into the chat, because I was like, you nobles and your names.
Mm.
In Waterdeep. So they're in Waterdeep now, but they also had some connections in Neverwinter. And I believe that their actual estate is in Waterdeep.
Okay. Yeah. He would thank Suzelle for his honesty and
Here to tell you,
Cl-
Sirac. His
Yeah.
name's Sirac.
Sirac.
Suzale's where he's from.
Oh yeah. And clap him on the shoulder and be like, "Yeah, Dad's right," and then just like
Oh,
that's
God.
all.
He just says, well, Icewind Dale is where I belong, and I won't have anyone being murdered on account of a man that abandoned me.
Now the bridge that we have to cross is whether or not we want to give good information to the
Yeah, because the
frost
speaker's
giant.
with you and Markham is with you too. He
Yeah.
sent his deputy sheriff out. She's gonna go take care of things. Brightwell is kind of going around and making sure that everyone's okay because of the panic. So she's with you on this. So yeah, you guys have to decide what information you're gonna tell them, because they definitely are wanting some solid intelligence from you. I'll say at this point, Violet, you can be coming on back because it doesn't take you that long.
Perfect.
There's a terrified looking young man over tidying up things over at the altar and stuff, and everyone else is standing around talking seriously.
And actually, this is another thing. Did we notice any rings on his hand?
Oh, no. He's just wearing like fur, like the robes and then furs that everyone here has to wear. He doesn't seem to have really any adornment other than a wooden symbol of Torm.
Let's see. Like coming up with a hypothesis.
Absolutely.
He's literally just like trying to think through everything that could possibly happen. Legendary adventure. Ended up with a ring that obviously was not his, and something that is possibly special to these giants enough to really tick them off.
Yeah, he says it must be. They must be after his ring. It's the Ring of Winter. They must be, as I know that's one of the things that he's most famous for.
And actually, Ring of Winter. Do I get a knowledge history check on that?
Yeah, everyone here can have another history check.
And because
or
it has to do
intelligence
with,
if you don't have it.
Since it has to do with smithing, in one way or the other, do I get any advantage on the history of it?
I'll keep it in mind for your check, but it's not a full advantage. It's okay.
Gotcha.
Sentry.
It's very shiny.
Yeah, as I'd say, you're sure this must be the shiny ring that you heard about, but that you only know that because he's famous for that, right? Otherwise, you would have no idea. Lapinia, you have heard that this is something that some people debate whether or not it actually exists. But it's supposed to be one of his claims to fame. Some people think that it might be why Artus is immortal. Other people say that it must be some sort of gift given to him by a deity or some sort of magical blessing. But he definitely didn't make it. This is if it truly is the Ring of Winter, then it's a frost giant artifact. Like it's very. It would probably be very important to them.
Okay.
And then one other thing is that it's like, let's see. Actually, hold on. Let me see what spells I have left. Okay, he's actually gonna start. He's like, "Oh no, I want to detect magic in the area, see if anything magical was left behind." At least right now, one less thing that I have to search for, my friends.
And I don't. For his part, though, he will kind of come back over and just say, I don't know why they're here, but I can only assume it's because I'm here. There's, I share his blood. I don't want them to die because I'm here.
The thing is that and actually while he's trying to complete the ritual, he's like, while you're here, there's a possibility that's the reason, but we've been given 2 days. Within that time, perhaps we can arrange for some way you to get out of town and for us to
And like you guys.
for you to for you to be able to be shown as actually gone from the town because they cared whether or not he was gone, whether or not he was here.
Yeah. And what ritual did you say you were going to be doing?
Detect magic.
Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna pick up on anything fancy in here. This is kind of just like a basic temple. They don't have a ton of things in here. It's not very, like they have some decent like adornment, but nothing like magical and special. And I was gonna say, and I think this will be a good place for us to call things for this week. I want us to open up with kind of trying to decide how you guys want to do this.
Yeah.
Thought for sure you guys were gonna fight those giants.
Whew.
Good game, guys. I mean, I had fun. I mean,
Yeah,
what
ooh,
would you say? Some wrestling, some rock throwing, a little bit of giant, right?
Yeah, I'm
Some
not gonna lie.
sneaking.
Yeah.
I'm really, really, really happy that we at least for a second, stopped the giant attack. I was like, man, this is the first time I think that I've ever seen this happen.
Yeah,
So-
Violet got a free meal.
Yeah,
And we got to figure out what all those other things are that are in your pocket.
Did I make any money
I
off
have
of my old stand?
I
Or
would
is it,
laugh really hard if those special coins just came off of him.
Right.
Like the special coins. Oh yeah, you actually got it off the guy that stole the ring from the Giants. So solid.
But yeah. So what do you guys think?
I love it so far.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
This is hilariously fun, and I love showboating. So this is good times.
I think you are all getting a chance to do some of your own thing here. For you, Lapina, so far it's like that quiet charisma and observation. But man, if you weren't there, this would have gone very differently. So everyone was very important this evening. And I had a lot of fun. You said, looking forward to playing again on Saturday. So, see you guys.
And good job, everybody.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Fun role play. Fantastic work. And thanks again
to everyone who was watching.
Round of applause.
Golf clap.
Yeah. All right. Good night, guys.
Not you.
Good night. Good night, folks.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you for watching.
Mwah.